Good afternoon and welcome back to sunny Bognor Regis and my October garden tour. I must say that everything is done exceptionally well. I don't think I had one plant really that hasn't grown or put on lots of new growth, especially the evergreens like the palm trees, the cordylines. They've all done really well. The grasses now are pushing out their tassels, their flowers. Absolutely stunning. We had some really strong winds here the other day, unfortunately, and it broke a few off. But all the grasses are flowered now. The Mahonia soft caress, is now flowering. The bananas are still actually pushing out new leaves, and we're now getting towards the end of October now, or halfway through at least, and they're still pushing out new rollers. As you can see, there's one. It's a new leaf coming up. The pups are all pushing out new leaves still. The canna lily is even still flowering, even though they do look a little bit worse for wear now. So the next stage will be getting ready for winter. Two of the bananas here will stay in. The one in the middle will be dug up, put into a pot and put into that shed there. And then next year, decide if I'm going to move some of them around. All the palm trees, Champop's humilis, European fan palm, lots of new growth. All that in the middle are all new shoots or all new stems, leaves. This waggy's pushed out new ones. The yuccas have done really well. Another Mahonia over the back there. This side of the garden stays in the shade until the afternoon. Another Mahonia flowering. Silver Queen, that's done really well. That's grown a lot. Much more bushy now. That was just like a stick a year and a half ago, which is still quite a long time, and it's still pushing out new leaves, new growth. Euphorbia Black Pearl, that's grown a lot higher now than it was. So yeah, it's all done really well. I wasn't sure how well it was going to do because last summer was the first summer of doing it and I wasn't sure how well anything would grow, but I mean, the olive tree is just mad. I mean, I'm standing now at head height with my phone and I look up and it goes right up to there. So that's a good 10 feet, 11 feet tall now. The greenhouse, I don't know if you watched my overwintering greenhouse video, because it was like I'd only just started it in that video, but now it's coming on leaps and bounds now. It's all been put together now. Painted it grey to match the patio doors and the decking, and there are some actually plants in there, but it's only just to work out what I can fit in and how much room I have. I still got to put the heat tube in yet and the thermostat and put the wire through to the house, but that's my dual yucca, which doesn't need to be in here yet, obviously. My aloe ferox, that's grown quite a fair bit. Sago palm, Obviously doesn't need to be in here yet. It was just literally, it's not massive. I say it's only 8 foot long by 4 foot wide by 2.8 meters tall. But I'll do another video once I get the heat tubing and the thermostat on. As was recommended to me, I'm going to insulate the board on the inside. I have done a bit of expanding foaming, insulation foam, expanding foam down the gaps, same on the outside, all across the top. So all the gaps are pretty much filled up now. But yeah, everything has grown really well. The bamboo for GCO Red Dragon, I think this one was called, done fantastically well. Everything. Such a contrast from last summer, or to the end of the season last year, to this year. It really is done great. I don't know how many I'll lose over the winter. I didn't lose any last winter, not one plant died. They all survived. But it was a very wet winter last year. This year could be, we don't really get extremes of temperatures down here on the south coast. We're only about a mile and a bit from the sea, so it doesn't really get cold. And if it does freeze, it's only for one night, maybe. We don't have prolonged cold spells. So fingers crossed, all the yuccas will be okay. I mean, this one's grown a hell of a lot. But yeah, that's just a quick tour of my garden in October, just before we get ready for the winter and start to have to cut back the plants. We have to cut back, like the canna lily. The olive tree will obviously lose its leaves. The bananas will have to be wrapped. That will stand in the ground. But it's a lovely sunny day. Hope we get a few more before the end of the season. But that's it. Thank you for watching.